Darren The Mailman Bent. The man, the myth, the English underrated legend.
Welcome back to the Underrated Football channel. Today we're going to talk about the English legend Darren The Mailman Bent. Darren started off in Tooting, London, famous for bringing us the largest swimming pool in the UK, also known for bringing us the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan. The terminology I'd use to describe Bent is that of a sharp-shooting baller. This bloke knew how to score goals. Today, we're going to get into why I think he is an underrated legend. And as you know, that's no problem whatsoever. Darren started off his career at Ipswich, having joined the club at age 14 in 1998. He was considering a possible career in athletics, but decided football was his true calling. After watching his idol, Ian Wright, at Highbury for Arsenal, he knew he wanted to play, and my God, are we happy he did. Ipswich, 2001 to 2002. He ended up breaking through to the first team, bagging 2 goals in his first 7 games. Being 18 at the time, helping Ipswich with only 7 games, they were still relegated, which means his second full season in 02-03 was in the Championship. This drop down in level though might have been a godsend, as in this season he got 43 appearances and 18 goals. He managed to break through to the first team and really start smashing goals in left, right and centre, picking up Ipswich Young Player of the Year award. His second season in the Championship was also pretty decent. 41 games, 16 goals. Still not as good as his first proper season, but that was because he was too busy shooting 12-year-olds with his pellet gun. His final season at Ipswich went extraordinary, bagging 20 goals in 50 games across all competitions and showing he needed to move on. Charlton Athletic. At this point in time, Charlton weren't where they are now. They was in the Premier League with the big boys, and Bent was signed for $3 million cash in hand. To say he started off well would be an understatement. Getting the Premier League Player of the Month August 2005 and bagging 22 goals in his first 44 games for Charlton, picking up Charlton Athletic Player of the Year award, helping Charlton finish 13th with 47 points. Not bad if you ask me, especially considering Bent was the highest scoring Englishman in the Premier League that season, beating the likes of Wayne Rooney and Alan Shearer. 06-07 season came around and he ended up bagging 15 goals in 35 games. Unreal.
That is unbelievable.
His whole total for Charlton was 79 appearances and 37 goals. Cracking numbers. Now, as we discussed earlier on, Benty started off as a supporter of Arsenal and used to have a season ticket at Highbury. Many fans can't believe he would then sign for Spurs in the 07-08 season. I believe he deserved a chance at a club fighting for top 6 and obviously a bit better than Charlton. Signing for 16.5 million, he was relishing to play with the likes of Keane, Berbatov and Defoe. His first season was okay. 8 goals in 36 games, playing more of a team player part. Picking up a rare piece of silverware for Tottenham Hotspur with the English Football League Cup. '08-09 season, and Darren Bent was starting to be a sharpshooter, what he usually is. 17 goals in 43 games. Better personal statistics, but in total, he weren't as good of a team player this season, which meant they come runners-up in the League Cup, and also missing massive chances. After that miss, he then had a fallout with Redknapp.
Darren was a good player. I like Darren Bent, but I mean, I did upset him obviously. And we played at home to Portsmouth, and there was about a minute to go, and Darren, the ball came over. I mean, Darren was about a yard off the goal line, header, no goalkeeper in the goal, headed it wide, and went on TV after, and they said, you know what, you should have won the game. I said, well, I've got to be honest, my missus would have scored that. You know, Darren wasn't best pleased with me.
Which meant one thing: change. History repeating itself, going to Sunderland for 16.5 million yet again. Proving the doubters wrong, from Tottenham, he ended up with 25 goals in 40 games. Picking up Sunderland's Player of the Year award, and also picking up one of the greatest goals because of a beach ball you've ever seen. The fans were in awe. They absolutely loved him, and honestly, he thought this might have been his home for the next few years. In a twist of fate, Sunderland decided to sell him halfway through the 2010-11 season, after bagging 11 goals in 23 games, ending off his Sunderland career with 63 games and 36 goals, being forced out halfway through the season as Aston Villa,
a strong village,
put down a whopping £24 million. Aston Villa thought they spent well when he played only 16 games, bagging 9 goals in the second half of the season for Villa. Then, his first proper season with Villa, he did get hampered with a few injuries, which meant he only played 25 games and got 10 goals. Which meant his final proper season with Villa, the 12-13 campaign, meant he only got 6 goals in 23 games, having lost faith with the manager and also the assistant manager.
I go into the change room, locker's locked, can't get into my locker.
What?
Yeah, but there's not just me, there's like 5 or 6 of us. What's going on there? Someone comes and sits in my place, opens up the same locker.
Oh, right. Does somebody do?
Yeah, some managers do, some don't, but he did that. And then I go to another dressing room, and it's like, oh, you're not in this one either. So we got sent to a dressing room, like Villa's training ground, massive. So we got sent to another changing room, far end of the complex.
No conversation, no nothing?
No conversation.
Finishing his Aston Villa campaign with 72 games and 25 goals, which was pretty decent. However, after being scored by Roy Keane, the assistant, and Paul Lambert, the manager,
and no one really wanted to catch eye contact with him, because the moment you made eye contact with him, he was going for you as well. So he was like, oh, and you, and everyone just sat there for 2 hours, like, and obviously you went outside, all the lights had gone off, the families had left.
He decided his time was up. This bloke would then go out on loan to Fulham in the 13-14 season, going on to play 30 games and grabbing 6 goals, showing he still had a little bit left in the shooting boots. The very next season, he ended up at Brighton, but only for the first half of the season, playing 5 measly games, scoring 2 goals. Meaning the second half of the season, he wanted to go somewhere where he could play games, and Derby were calling. Repaying the faith, bagging 12 goals in 17 games, showing he definitely had what it takes to help any club when it comes to bagging. Even though an old foe come joined him at Derby, and Mr. Harry Redknapp didn't stop his momentum.
Want me to go to Derby for 2 months to help out with. I'm walking out first morning out on the training ground. Oh no, Bent is here. Right now, he hates the sight of me. I'm thinking he's been in that dressing room slagging me off. I bet he's giving me some right grief, Darren, in there this morning. I walk out on the training ground. As soon as I get on the side of the pitch, I'm only stood watching. The ball comes over. He's 25 yards out. He drops his shoulder. He hits a volley into the top corner. I've never seen a strike like it. I shout out, "Oi, Benty, by all."
Going on to play 2 more seasons in the Championship, bagging 16 goals in 47 games. His final season ended up coming round in 2017 to 18. He finished off his career at Burton Albion, playing 15 times, bagging 2 goals and ending his journey with a bittersweet moment, relegating Sunderland to League One. Over his career, he ended up earning 13 international appearances, bagging 4 goals in the process. Ending his career with 568 games and 217 goals. Magnificent. Scoring 106 goals in the Premier League, beating the likes of Drogba and Matt Letizia. This bloke was a true baller. And as we know, ballers want a ball and players want to play. This clip showing why I think he is an underrated legend.
Like, I was happy for obviously the club and my teammates.
Yeah.
But I don't care what anyone says, you cannot enjoy it as much if you don't participate at all.
See yourself as a League Cup winner?
Yeah, by
Default.
yeah.
Okay. Which one are you more proud of? But you've played in a League Cup final.
Yeah, see, I take a lot of credit for. I take a big honour in that, even though we lost.
Yeah.
I take big credit in that because I played 120 minutes.
What would you write if you could only have one of those? Not on your CV, because CV says winner.
Yeah.
But if you look back at all your experiences,
You can't.
would you play?
Yeah, playing the cup final, you can't beat it.
Really? Even if you lost?
Yeah, playing
Yeah.
rather than just being an unused sub.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. So
Yeah.
you unused sub winners medal?
Yeah.
Or playing losers medal?
I think I get it. Winners is winners, isn't it? But
Yeah.
If there's
What's your answer
if there's
to
no
that?
Wikipedia,
Yeah.
then playing because there
Okay.
is sitting on the bench
Okay.
watching.
The dedication to the game, to want to play every minute of every game and score as many goals as possible, shows the determination a true footballing great needs. A prolific goal scorer, sharpshooter, and that is not just with a pellet gun. This man is a true English underrated legend. Thanks for watching. Back for the next episode next week. Ciao for now.